Hope you're having a nice day. I'm KB from TK Stitch, and today we're doing something fairly chill, fairly simple. We're gonna be working on these lunch boxes, or not really boxes, but one of these. And I already did this one here. Came out fantastic, Sophie. So that's all we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna be walking through the process, hooping it, just getting the machine going. Really, nothing crazy. I wasn't gonna even do the video for this one, but I just thought, literally, why not? If I can, I got a little bit of time right now. You might be bored, and this might cure a little bit of the boredness, hopefully. Also, I got this in the mail today. Some fake leather from Amazon. I think it was like, I always forget, like 10 bucks, 12 bucks. Let me check. So it was $11 for this roll. It is a 12-inch by 53-inch roll. I'm gonna be trying to do kind of like some, not necessarily a patch, but like applique for a hat. I'll probably cut out a big piece, do an applique technique, and get a cool design stitched onto this fake leather. Probably gonna have to put some like heating bond in here so it stays stuck to the hat while it's embroidering, and we don't get a bunch of bumps in there or air bubbles. Probably the next one, hopefully. Main thing we gotta do for this one is just measure correctly how big we want the design and how tall, so that it doesn't cross over or under here. I'll be using this guy. This guy's like my sidekick for everything. You guys that embroider, do you guys also just use like a ruler for everything? I find like it's the #1 tool that I use nowadays. Gotta make sure everything is straight. Okay, here's the bag. Have pretty much the choice whether to do it down here or up here. I'm choosing to do it up here just so that the hoop has more to grab. If it's here, this will probably just be flapping in the air. I will not be using any type of stabilizer. This is thick enough for me. Like, even if it didn't have this part behind here, I like working with this type of material. It's thick and it embroiders really nicely. So I'm not gonna be doing any stabilizer. If I did, I would be using some really light tearaway, just for a little extra, but I don't think we need it. The other one came out good, so let's go for it. First marking we gotta do is from left to right. 12 inches. It doesn't reach all the way to the edges, obviously, but I just position it to where it's still in the middle. There's that mark there. And also the midpoint of this here. So it's around here. Let's cross, make a little T. And there it is, we got the T. Luckily, the zipper part of the bag, it's not like crazy thick. So although the hoop doesn't completely close, right here, it's a little bit lifted. I guess I get to like squeeze it a bit, and it almost does close completely. And again, since everything's like symmetrical, I don't really do my usual points of trying to like mark here and here in the middle. I just go off like making sure this is even. Once I hoop it, it's pretty clear to see whether we got it or not. Also, I gotta make sure for the Tajima, there's a notch of where it slides into the machine. We're gonna be doing this one backwards because obviously we can't put it in through this side. It's gonna be here, upside down, so notch face down. I am still gonna be, you know, fixing it, but check it out, not bad. So what I look for when I hoop like this is just like these screws. Like the line here is right below it. This line here is right below it as well. Same here is right at the screw, and same here. Got pretty lucky. I think we got it on the first shot. This one came out, the hooping came out better than the first one. This one was pretty lumpy. And even then I didn't fix it because, again, it's pretty sturdy material. I wasn't worried about any puckering, but this one came out really tight. Just look and see if I have to fix anything. Like, this is pretty good. That's pretty good. Maybe lower this side a little bit. Just tug at it. Just a bit. There you go. All right, let's get it onto the machine right here. So we're going in this way. Loaded up the design upside down. Check it out. All right, like that. I got it on color 7. This one's gonna be orange. Let's center this up right to the T. Let's run the trace. And also what helps is, so the bottom of the words right here, these are all on the same level. So when I'm doing the trace, I'm paying extra attention to the needle, making sure it goes the same space down here alongside the stitching of the handle. If it starts off here, by the time that the trace ends on this side, it's down there, obviously it's crooked. So just a little extra way to make sure everything is straight. Looks like it's good. Nothing special. I didn't change any tension settings. Needle 7511. If this was much thicker, maybe I'll do the 8012s. I didn't need it for this one. So let's just get to it. We have it. It's looking good. Pretty straight. Right here, I think the top tension was too low for the orange. It got this stitching sticking out a little bit. I caught it as soon as I saw it right here, tightened it, and then the rest came out clean. Look at that. You could also tell it was a little too loose by how small the white line is. There should be more bobbin, meaning the orange should have been a little bit tighter, so we get more white in that line. Got these two done. I still have two more to go. I'm gonna time lapse those and I'll show you all four at the end. Some bad news, gonna have to unstitch this one. There was another bag that had tiny like initials on here, and I had not seen it. But even then, the initials are not exactly like this. M dot Luna. The initials is L dot and whatever this M stands for. So I'm rerunning this one on that one right now. We're gonna unstitch this one, and then do the correct one onto this one. Dang. Almost done with the A. Luckily, satin stitches are fairly easy to take off, so it'll look pretty clean. If this was like a tatami fill, that's pretty much it. Not much you could do with that because it'll take you forever to get that unstitched. Only bad thing is, it might leave it a little bit messy here because the stitching cut into the foil here. This shouldn't be that bad because it's still gonna be embroidery over it. I don't think it's gonna even be that noticeable. But this is embroidery. This is what happens, and you gotta fix it. Sometimes you get lucky to where you can fix it, sometimes you don't. You either gotta not charge them, depending the item. You either gotta not charge them, replace it, or yeah, that's pretty much it. You gotta pay for the replacement if the thing is totaled. If this was to look really bad at the end, like not horrible, like okay, I would probably finish it up and then let them know, and then just not charge them for it. But I'm talking about like if it looks good to like the average person, you know, that doesn't work on embroidery, they look at them, it looks fine. But if it doesn't sit well with me and I know there's something in it that's messed up, then I just won't charge them. And I really will let them know. Like, I'm pretty honest when it comes to if I've messed something up or something I don't like. I don't know, I don't think I've ever had an issue where somebody lashes back or gets upset because of something that's happened. I'm always just 100% upfront, and people are understanding. We have the correct one done here now, so I'm just gonna keep on stitching that one, and we'll run the other two. That's our second to last, and here is the last one, aka the mess up. You can see the stitching right there. Not too worried. I mean, more stitch, it's gonna go right over it. The bottom, same, kind of carved out the letters. It's gonna get covered anyways. We've messed up like this in sweaters where it also leaves the stitch holes. Sometimes we even wet it, go over with the iron, and it just like flattens it out a little bit more. I'm not gonna do that for this one. Let's just go ahead and get this hooped up real quick and onto the machine. Here's the last one. This part looks fine. The M does pop out a little bit like the old stitching, but besides that, this part over here is pretty clear. Here they are. Quick little job. Well, ended up being not so quick because of our issue, but still very happy with it. I wish the hoop was able to close completely. It wasn't able to close. It was still like a little open because of the zippers. So I feel like the stitching, the satins are not as tight as they could have been. But nonetheless, everything's straight. It looks good. We're just gonna clean them up, and they're ready to go. But that's it for this one, guys. Stay tuned. We are gonna be working with this stuff soon, this fake leather stuff I was mentioning earlier. I'm not sure if it is gonna be on hats or on flats or just to test it out, but stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching. Any likes and subs are much appreciated. See you guys next time. Deuces.